Hey students, this is Miss Went, and I want to take you through this assignment called Human Population Growth and Climate Change. So you can see right here it says help video coming soon. That's what I'm recording right now, so you probably don't see this. But there should be a link. This is to a Google Doc. Okay, and up in the directions it says click on the Google Doc link that's attached. Make sure you are logged into your school Google account. Okay, so if you haven't logged into Google lately, or if you were in your personal account, make sure you go back and put your school in there. So I'm going to click on this link, and it's going to open up this worksheet. So you can see there's places where I can fill in some answers and some questions there, and there's a link to a website. Before I do anything else, I'm going to go up to File, and I can either download this into something or I can make a copy of it. Okay, and decide where you want to save it for later. Okay, now I have already done this, so I'm going to hit cancel. But that's all things that you can do with this guy. Okay, so make sure you make your own copy with your name on it. And then to answer all the questions, you are going to be using this website here. So I am going to open this website up, and this is a really cool thing. So when you open it up, you've got there are teacher resources, which is not where I got this worksheet we're doing, but there's some similar things in there. But there's like quizzes that we're not going to worry about doing. There's a video that kind of gives you an introduction to what this is all about. You could watch that. That'd be a great thing to do. And then we have this thing called Explore the Map, and the map is what I wanted to show you. So you absolutely should watch the video, okay? But I'm not going to show you the video in this help video. I want to show you how to use the map. So I'm going to click Explore the Map, okay? So this is a map of the world, okay? And you can see there's population dots for things, and there's also something called milestones. And each dot is going to represent, it says down here, a yellow dot is 1 million people, and then an orange dot is also 1 million people. So you're going to kind of see different people heading in to the map as we hit play. And then there's all these diamonds here, and each diamond is an event that happened, and there's 4 lines of diamonds here. So the top line is food and agriculture. So these are things that happened in humans that had to do with food and agriculture. And some of these things you maybe read about or learned about in world history. So different inventions, famines, Age of Iron would give us new tools to work with. Maritime routes would be shipping routes between Europe and India to help move food around the world. And then you can see that there's a whole bunch all crashed together. This is the Industrial Revolution, where all these different inventions and things all kind of happened together, along with the Irish potato famine, chemical fertilizers to help grow food, and things like that. Okay, so the red one is food and agriculture. The blue one there is things about health. So you'll see different plagues. You might see just lots of disease, right? But as you get later, we have things like microscopes and things, inventions of different tools, and the flush toilet. Man, that made life easier. A lot less bacteria in your life when you can flush all your poop down the drain, okay? So all kinds of different things that helped us be a healthier society, okay? Then we have people in society, so things like dictators and fall of the Roman Empire, the Mayans, skip ahead, the Mongolian invasions, the Aztecs. So, just different dynasties and things that are going on. And then the last one here talks about the environment. So the first oil wells that came about, a huge dust storm, okay, the Mayans falling apart, kind of a warming time, forestry, the Little Ice Age, where the world was very cold for a while, and we think that was related to a volcano. Easter Island collapsed, different things, American Revolution, epic droughts, species protection, oil spills, and things like that. So you can see there's a whole bunch of them lined up right at the end here. So anyway, these 4 things here are going to help us. We're going to see how different events shape the world's population. So the 4 categories there again: food and agriculture, health, people and society, and the environment. And that's actually our first question right there. What are those those things there? Okay, so food and agriculture, blah, 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 blah. So I'm going to let you fill those in. I won't do it for you. Okay, now notice it said 5 and I only have 4 here. There's probably one hidden by my recorder down here. Oh, the cookies thing. There we go. There's one more green one, science and technology. Yeah, so things like inventing the plow, inventing windmills, cloth mills, pollution control, printing press, looking at little tiny microbes. That's the first cells that we saw. Flush toilets, public transit. Okay, just all kinds of stuff, right? World War II, I think I saw in there. That was the atomic bomb. Okay, so list those categories. That's your first question. Okay, then we go on to the next part. Each diamond on the chart represents an event that happened. Go to the year 400, click on the diamond to find out what new technology occurred. Okay, so the year 400. So I got years at the bottom. Here's new 400. The new technology right here was the water mill. And if I click on it, I get a box of info. Okay, and it shows up actually in food and agriculture and science and technology. And I can read about that and then put it back, summarize it in the box there. So what was the technology, the water wheel? Why would it have an impact on population growth? Let's see. So, blah, 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 blah. Oh, water mills ease the work of grinding grain into flour. So it's easier to make flour. And this was important at the time because population decline because of disease and a decreased dependency on slave labor had led to decreases in the labor force. So there wasn't enough people to grind grain into flour by hand, so the water wheel could do that work for them. Okay, so back at my paper, I could say the water wheel made it easier to make flour. Something like that in your own words. Okay. Then number 3 says, click on other diamonds to find any other random 4 things you want. And there's literally hundreds of other diamonds there, right? So if I close out of this window, you can choose any of them that sound interesting to you, and why did it affect things? And then question 4, use the tool at the bottom to move through time, and how do the dots on the maps change? Okay, so now we're going to leave the diamonds. We're going to go to the dots on the map. Okay, and what areas were the most populated in 1800? So I can kind of take this little line here and I can drag it, and I can see that the locations of the dots kind of spread out in some parts of the world. Oh, hey, now right in there, the Americas are kind of getting some more dots, right? And South America too are starting to get a lot more people. Africa. Whoa, look at that. Look at how it happened there. We went from like not much to bam, right there. Industrial Revolution will do that to you. Okay. You could also, I believe there's a button where you just hit play and it'll just play it on its own, but you can just slide it to a particular year and see what's going on. Okay, so this is how you use the map, and you are going to just look at different time periods and different inventions and different things that happened and see what affects population? What are some of the things that affect how many people are on planet Earth? Okay, then we've got a graph of the population. Oh my, this graph is called an exponential graph or a J-curve. For a long time, the population was nice and flat and steady. It kind of grew a little bit, and then it exploded straight up. Okay, so this is called exponential growth in math class, or sometimes you might hear it be a J-curve, like in an economics class. So like if this was your bank account, that would be pretty sweet, right? You went from like almost nothing to this huge amount of money in a very short time. Okay, so that's the population graph there of how many people we had in different years. And you've got some questions to answer using the graph. And then you have some other charts here, a little bit of a review of the greenhouse gas, which is good because that'll be on your test at the end of the week. All right, so your job is to kind of look at these different pieces of data, these different charts, and just kind of learn a little bit about the human population, what affects the human population, and as you keep going, you're going to make some connections to climate change. Okay, so that's the goal of this assignment. So go ahead and get to work, and as always, if you have any questions, please let me know. And please type everything on the sheet and turn it in when you're done. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.